quick review of the Otani R33 tires. Pretty popular with the Honda and a lot of other smaller ATVs. They are a lighter tire versus a BTK or an Outlaw. They provide a little bit of grip, pretty decent. I mean, here we are going to compare them to, of course, the stock wheel on a Pioneer, which is going to be a night and day difference. The Otanis are advertised at 35 pounds on Amazon. This is on an MSA MT30 wheel that's supposed to be 16 pounds. Measuring out or weighing out the wheel and tire is only 42, so I do not think Amazon has that weight right. The tire seems much lighter than 35 pounds, and the 16x7 combo with a brand new Otani tire is only weighing in at 42 pounds altogether. The stock 24-inch on the steel wheel is coming in at 30 pounds. So you're not putting too much more weight on there. You know, we're talking 12 more pounds. The fronts on these Hondas are 28 pounds. I'm running the 16x7s with the R33s on all four corners. So we're talking 42 pounds all the way around. Been running these for a couple weeks now. You notice a little bit in takeoff. Power's diminished. I mean, you've got a 28 horsepower Honda, but turning them through mud, sand, absolutely no problems. Top speed doesn't seem to be affected. Gained quite a bit of ground clearance. We'll take a look at that here in a moment as well. Going back to the Otani though, it's a thin tire, only 7 inches. Again, like I said, it's definitely not 35 pounds. Seems a little unrealistic. That was the only online weight for him because, like I said, again, keep in mind, tire and wheel here is weighing 42 pounds total. So if we look at the lugs, they're not going to be as deep as a BTK or an Outlaw, so not much on the sidewall here, so pretty smooth sidewall. All your action is going to happen right here. Held up pretty well. I have been through some brush with them. I've been through sticks, rocks, lime rock roads, and again, they've held up really well. Haven't seen, obviously, that much wear, not having them for more than a few weeks. But in the mud, you know, if you're not looking to absolutely win championships, they're going to get you through it. They're going to get you through your normal mud, your woods, out there playing with friends. If you're trying to hit bounty holes, you might want to go with a gear reduction and something different. If you're looking to stick with your stock Honda power, I think this is going to be a great option for most people. It's a light tire. You're going to gain quite a bit in height, as you can see here. We'll take measurements on the bike. I run these at 5 psi, run my stock tires at 5 psi, take my measurements with full weight on the bike at 5 psi. We'll also take ground clearance measurements. My bike has the 1-inch spacer lift from, you know, just eBay anywhere. I do not recommend it. These springs do not have enough travel. I would not put that lift on. Look into either maybe the Moose lift that has just come out, maybe a shock upgrade, but I would not recommend these. They only give you about ½ an inch. Running stock tires, my ground clearance with the lift was around 9, maybe 9 1/4 front. So with this lift, gained about ½ an inch, but again, because of that limited shock travel, it made the ride so rough that it's almost unbearable. And then the work of compressing the spring, taking it on and off, again, I don't recommend it. Only gained maybe ½ an inch to an inch up front, if that, and then 3/4 of an inch in the rear. With stock tires and this lift's already on, so when I put the Otanis on, going to continue running it. Not bothering me that much, but I can tell you it is a rough ride. I may be actually leaving the lift on the rear, taking it off the front. We're going to see how that goes. But before I had the Otanis, running the stock tires, which are 24 inches, 5 psi, full weight of the bike, we had 9 1/4 inches of ground clearance at the front, and we had about 9 1/2 at the rear. Taking a measurement of the tire, 5 psi full weight, came in at 24 inches, bottom to top of the tread. These tires are still pretty new. Honda does not have many hours on it. So we're going to go ahead and mount the Otanis, recheck the ground clearance, and then actually check the height of the tire. These Otanis are, I believe, advertised at 30 inches for height. I do not think we're going to get that. It looks more like a 27 or 28 inch tire, but we'll go ahead and mount it up. take a couple shots, and then also see the ground clearance, see if we're going to need to do a frame mod. Something worth mentioning is these are the 16x7 wheels, as I've said multiple times, but there's no offset on them at all. It is just a flush wheel. Spin it around here. You see, no offset at all. I mean, they sell them, of course, with more offset. I was looking to try and get the bike, you know, still under 52 inches so I could still follow the four-wheelers. I've got 1.5-inch spacers on the rear. As you know, most of the Hondas here come with just the rear tires tucked in a little bit. These 1.5-inch spacers with the stock wheels gave it a nice look all the way around. Didn't add too much weight. The spacer, I want to say, maybe was, you know, 2.5 pounds, if that. I used a little Loctite. It's held up great.